On 1st April 2022, United States Congress has passed a Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act More Act bill that effectively decriminalizes and legalizes marijuana across the entire country on a federal level. It still faces a Senate vote. Almost total of 18 states already had laws that allowed its recreational use and growing. While there are some countries that are strictly against the usage and sale of marijuana, there are some countries where small amounts of cannabis has been legalized, decriminalized, or is just socially accepted. Let's find out about top 10 countries where you can legally smoke weed and get high. Cannabis in Portugal is decriminalized as a result of the decriminalization of all drugs in Portugal in 2001. Medical use of cannabis was legalized in 2018. Instead of prison time, you might get slapped with a fine or substance abuse treatment. Here you are permitted to carry up to 25 grams at a time. Personal cultivation for medical use remains against the law. Cannabis is technically illegal in Belgium, but personal possession has been decriminalized since 2003. If you are 18 or older, you are allowed to possess not more than 3 grams of cannabis. Also, be careful and don't smoke in public. The rest is all cool. The legal effort to restrict cultivation and growth has gradually subsided. The use of cannabis in Belize is common and largely tolerated. In November 2017, Belize amended its Misuse of Drugs Act to allow legal marijuana use on private property. Possession or use of 10 grams or less on private premises was decriminalized. You can smoke it at your home or someone else, provided you have gotten explicit permission. South Africa is quite chill about the consumption of marijuana. Cannabis has been decriminalized for personal consumption by adults in private homes. In this country, consumption, possession, and growth of marijuana was decriminalized by law in 2018. However, buying, selling, and usage of weed outside private spaces is still prohibited. Cannabis in Georgia is legal in terms of its possessions and consumption due to a ruling by the Constitutional Court of Georgia on 30 July 2018. This makes Georgia one of the first countries in the world to legalize cannabis for both recreational and medical use. Large-scale cultivation and sale of cannabis still remains illegal. Uruguay was one of the first countries in the world to legalize the use of cannabis for recreational purposes in 2013. In fact, pharmacies are the only place in the country where people can buy recreational marijuana. People here just have to officially register with the government before they engage in any buying, selling, or growing marijuana. Cannabis in Spain is decriminalized for personal cultivation and use, and other purposes other than sale or trade. It is illegal for trade or commercial purpose. In June 2017, Catalonia legalized the cultivation, consumption, and distribution of cannabis for members of designated cannabis clubs. You are allowed to smoke your own stuff without fines or legal repercussion of any kind, as long as you consume it in the privacy of your own home or on private properties. You are fine. Cannabis in Canada is legal for both recreational and medical purposes. The Federal Cannabis Act came into effect on 17 October 2018 and made Canada the second country in the world, after Uruguay, to formally legalize the cultivation, possession, acquisition, and consumption of cannabis and its byproducts. In Canada, people who are 18 years old or above are legally allowed to possess up to 30 grams of marijuana in its dried or non-dried form in public. They are also allowed to grow up to 4 marijuana plants at home from legal seedlings. However, you can only buy cannabis from licensed retailers and federally licensed producers. Weed has been decriminalized in Jamaica since 2015. The use of marijuana for medical and religious purposes is allowed. Within minutes of hitting the beach, you can expect countless friendly strangers to approach with offers of local greens. Also, if you happen to be a Rastafarian, you can use unlimited quantities of cannabis with no repercussions whatsoever. In the Netherlands, carrying weed at home isn't legal, but you can enjoy it simply by walking into a coffee shop. However, you are not allowed to grow it for personal use. It is a criminal offense to possess, produce, or deal in drugs. Use of drugs by persons aged 18 years or older is not a criminal offense, so just stick to the coffee shops. Other countries where marijuana is kind of legal includes Colombia, Croatia, Czech Republic, Mexico, Costa Rica, and Ecuador.
Please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe our channel. Press bell icon to see updates on our latest videos.